Welcome, my name is Eric, and we're continuing our journey through the prophets. Jeremiah 12 is one of the most personal chapters in the book. The prophet brings a hard question to God about injustice, receives a challenging answer, and then hears God's own grief over his own people. We'll move through this section, read key verses together, pause for reflection, and see how this chapter speaks to our lives today, especially when we feel the tensions of living faithfully in an unfair world. So let's open Jeremiah 12, verse 1, where Jeremiah begins with complete honesty before God. It says this: "Righteous are you, O Lord, when I come to complain to you. Yet I plead my case before you. Why does the way of the wicked prosper? And why do those who are treacherous thrive?" You see, he doesn't hide his frustration. He affirms God's righteousness first, then he brings the question. This is how lament works in Scripture. It is bold, but it is reverent. Verses 2 and 3 go on to say, "You plant them, and they take root. They grow and produce fruit. You are near in their mouth and far from their heart. But you, O Lord, you know me. You see me. You test my heart towards you." You see, Jeremiah sees the hypocrisy. The wicked speak of God casually, but their hearts are far from him. Meanwhile, he seeks God sincerely, but he faces hardship. And verse 4 goes on to say, "How long will the land mourn, and the grass of every field wither? For the evil of those who dwell in it, the beasts and the birds are swept away, because they said, 'He will not see our latter end.'" You see, even creation suffers because of human sin. Jeremiah ends with a plea that sounds almost vengeful when he says, "Pull them out like sheep for slaughter." You see, this question, why does the wicked prosper, echoes through the Bible. Job asked it, the Psalms ask it, Habakkuk asked it, and we ask it today when we see corrupt people thriving while the faithful ones struggle. You see, Jeremiah models how to bring this to God. He affirms God's righteousness first, and then he pours out his heart honestly. God can handle our hard questions. And God doesn't give Jeremiah a direct explanation. Instead, he responds with a question that both warns and strengthens in verse 5. It says this: "If you have raced with men on foot, and they have worn you out, how can you compete with horses? If you stumble in a safe country, how will you manage in the thickets of the Jordan?" In other words, if these current trials wear you out, Jeremiah, how will you handle what's coming? If the thickets are dense, lion-infested jungles, a dangerous and unpredictable terrain, then how are you going to handle the opposition that's going to intensify? Verse 6 adds a personal blow here. It says, "For even your brothers and the house of your father, even they have dealt